Welcome, Wise Kids. Welcome to the Wise Kids Chapel. Today, we will be discussing the word persistence. Our question is this: what is persistence? Well, as a definition or as a working definition, let me say it this way: persistence is the unending effort, usually in the face of challenges, to achieve a desired goal. So let me break the definition into concepts. Unending effort, meaning you will never ever stop until you achieve that particular goal. Desired goal, meaning it's something that's inside of you that you want to achieve. You want to win. Maybe in a competition, if you're gaming, or even to have high marks in your test. And you will do it even in the face of challenge. Let me share to you two stories that will enlighten us on what persistence is. Two stories of people or men who are known in history, but there are things that we don't know that happened to them which caused persistence in their life. Let's start with Abraham Lincoln. He failed in business at the age of 21, defeated in politics at the age of 22, failed again at business at the age of 24, overcame the death of his lover at the age of 26. Imagine, 26 years old, super broken hearted siya. Had a nervous breakdown at the age of 27 because of the so many problems that he passed through. Lost a congressional candidacy at the age of 34 and 36. Lost a senatorial candidacy at the age of 45. Failed to become a vice president at the age of 47. Lost a senatorial candidacy at the age of 49. But to top it all, at the age of 52, he became the president of the United States. So with all of his failures, he ended up a success. Now, let me go to Thomas Edison. Well, there were 9,999 times he failed in inventing the light bulb. He wanted to perfect it. And one time he was asked, "Are you going to have 10,000 failures?" But he said, "I didn't fail. I just discovered another way not to invent the electric light bulb." Maya Angelou said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." Well, one of the most persistent animals in the world is the ant. We can learn so many things from them. And today, let's pick this up in this video. Yes, it is true that one of the most persistent animals in this world is the ant. And what can we pick up from that video? Well, ants will do everything to get the job done. From simple tasks to the point where they need to finish everything so that they can serve their colony. Well, whenever we face some challenges, one of the things that we do immediately is to give up. But in all of this, let's be encouraged to fight and fight more. In the Bible, there is a story of two persons. Their name is Joshua and Caleb. They fought for what they believe in, and they were so persistent. Now, watch this video.
Hi there. Today, I'm taking you 3,500 years back in time. At that time, there was a man called Joshua, who was a great example for me. His story is really exciting. Maybe you've heard the story of when Moses and the Israelites left Egypt. They started a long journey towards a country that God had promised to give them. And God could talk to Moses so that he knew exactly what to do on the way. The people experienced amazing miracles, like when God opened up the Red Sea for them. But strangely, the Israelites always started to complain and doubt God when things started getting hard. But Joshua was different. Just like Moses, he was always full of faith in God. Joshua quickly became one of the Israelites' most important warriors. He must have learned a lot from Moses. They set up camp before they came to the land of Canaan.
I have chosen you, 12 strong and brave chieftains, to spy out the land of Canaan for 40 days.
Of course, Joshua was one of the spies, and so was his friend, Caleb.
We will find out everything we need to know about the land God has given us.
No one was allowed to know why they were there, and they didn't give away their plans to anyone. The land was way better than they thought. It was green, with lots of farms, and plenty of food. They took lots of fruit, and a bunch of grapes that were so big that 2 men had to carry it between them. It was so fantastic that they said that
It is a land that flows with milk and honey.
But there was one big challenge in the land. One of the nations that lived there, the Anakim, were much bigger and much taller than anyone the spies had ever seen before.
Those people are actually giants.
Yeah, those cities are gonna be really hard to take.
After 40 days, the spies came back to Moses and told what they had seen. Straight away, the people started doubting that God would help them. They didn't think that they would be able to enter the land. The other spies also started to doubt.
No, we can't just attack those people.
Yeah, all the men we saw there were big and strong.
We felt like grasshoppers compared to them. And they probably felt the same.
That only made things worse.
If only we had died in Egypt.
If only we could die here in the wilderness.
Why did God lead us to this land? To fall by the sword and for our wives and children to be taken captive by the enemy?
Imagine suddenly they wanted to go back to Egypt. Joshua, Caleb, and Moses knew that it's a sin to doubt God, and now the people were doing it again. But Joshua and Caleb were thinking differently. They were in a spirit of faith.
Listen, God will bring us into this land and give it to us, a land that flows with milk and honey. Only do not rebel against the Lord, and do not fear the people of the land. They are no more than a piece of bread for us.
The Israelites became so angry that they wanted to kill Joshua and Caleb. Then God had to stop the people himself.
How long will these people reject me? And how long will they not believe me? With all the signs which I have performed among them.
But Moses loved the people of Israel and asked God to forgive them. And because Moses was a faithful man, God decided to listen. God would bring the people into the land, but not without punishment. Because the people of Israel didn't believe, God would let them wander in the wilderness for 40 years before they could enter Canaan. The Israelites should have listened to Joshua and Caleb instead of doubting God. But Joshua held on to his faith and never doubted God's word about the promised land. But we'll hear more about that in the next episode. See ya!
Well, we see that whenever you fight for something, you need to stick to it. What lesson have you gotten in that Bible story? If you notice, the leader sent 12 men to look at the land, and there were only two who really believe in God. Now, look at this. When you have a dream, or even a goal, never stop achieving it. Continue, fight for it till you get what you really deserve. Napoleon Hill said, persistence, patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. Meaning, kinakailangan magsipag tayo so that we can win in our life. So for today, before we end, here is our memory verse. It is written in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. Those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. So, again, our word for today is persistence. And if you have something to fight for, then fight for it. For it is worth it that you really fight for it. Again, before we end, remember to always pray, read the Bible, and follow God. And don't forget to respect your parents. Be persistent in whatever challenges that we have, even in our tests, our studies. Just be persistent, for you will win in life. This is Dr. Otto Gustilo saying and encouraging you to keep on, press on, and be persistent.